So we're just about to head into the 4th month of Call of Duty World War II's release, and honestly I've been playing Black Ops 3 Zombies more than I have World War II, but I've found myself recently going back to it and trying to do the hardcore Easter egg, and there's just one thing that I want to say about it really. So the Final Reich Easter egg isn't the first time we've been exposed to something that's pretty difficult and something that we have to upgrade a lot of things for. So for example, we've got Dryzen where we have to upgrade the 4 bows, or we even have Crow with things like the bomb step where it could instantly end your game if you get it wrong. The only gripe I have with World War II is that they seem to be a bit over the top and overkill on how difficult they want to make it, and I get that it's a hardcore Easter egg, but there is a limit between hardcore and just absolutely ridiculous. Now I have to mention that I was playing in a group of 2. There was just, as you can see from the video on screen, there was just me and my friend Hodge. We don't really have a 3rd and 4th person that really likes zombies. We have Tom sometimes that comes on to do an Easter egg if we ask him, but he won't really do the hardcore one. And we have Jim, who doesn't really come on his PS4 at all anymore. So we were playing in a group of 2. Now if you have a group of 4, I can imagine this is way easier. You can probably get it done by like wave 16 onto 20, because you can each just take a Tesla gun each. But when we're playing on a game of 2, you have 2 Tesla guns each, and we're trying to get as much not speed run, but we're trying to get as much done as we possibly can in this time and try and optimize how we do things. So we're trying to keep rounds low but points high. And the 2 Tesla gun upgrades I took, we both needed the Tesla gun to get the battery for both of them to start it, whereas the 2 Hodgetts took, he could do them anyway. So I ended up helping Hodgetts, and when I finally got my Tesla gun, I think it was round 11 or something like that, and then we found out that we had to get certain zombies to start certain parts of the battery, and we had to I think it took us 6 attempts to open the locker with a bomb zombie, which I thought was a bit crazy because they don't give you any indication of when the bomb zombie's near. But what I'm getting at is that we were in a group of 2 and we were trying to keep rounds low but points high. Now like I said, me and Hodge, we've done the Dryzen Easter egg, or tried it at least numerous times. We ended up doing it on solo in the end because we found out we were more of a hindrance to each other. But you have to upgrade 4 bows, and that is no different to World War II. You have to do the 4 Tesla guns, you have to do the 4 bows. Apart from the fact that if you're playing on solo on Dryzen, you only have to do 1 bow. If you're doing it on solo on World War II, you have to do all 4 bows. But anyway, the thing that screwed us over the most was the round skipping element of it. So when you complete a Tesla gun battery, and you go and put it in the Tesla gun like barrel thing to get where you get like the core and the Tesla gun barrel, when you put it in there to charge it up to get yourself a new barrel to upgrade it, it skips around. So you have to do that 4 times, and sometimes you don't get like for example on the lower rounds you only get like 1 or 2 pests a wave. So for the one I was doing, you had to get the pests in the morgue trap. I can't remember which one it is, but I think it's the bloodthirst. I was doing that one, and I wanted to start pretty early because I knew it was like kind of one of the easy ones to do. So I tried that, couldn't get enough pests, and then we were looking at like wave 15 by the time we got the Tesla gun. Wave 20 to get like the substantial amount of pests that would activate the trap and allow the battery to charge without me dying. I was trying to do it on pest waves because trading in that small area is a bit of a killer. Now this round skipping element was just a killer because by the time I'd done my midnight, I'd already skipped about 3 rounds, and Hodgetts had no chance to start his because the things that we'd done previously hadn't gone right, like the saw traps and stuff. They hadn't activated right, and neither had some of mine. And the whole idea of this round skipping element is just a bit ridiculous because why can't you just put the battery in and have the round progress as normal? Why does it need to skip around? I don't understand. Maybe I get to make it harder, and I'm not exactly the worst zombies player in the world, I'm not exactly the best, but I'm about average. But I still don't understand why they felt the need to skip around when you're trying to simply upgrade one of your guns. Now I know exactly what you're saying, it's just 1 round, it can't make that much difference. Well, personally, and it might not be for everyone, but I get a bit, not panicked, but I keep my eye on the rounds. I know that the higher you go, obviously, it's the basics of zombies, the higher you go, the harder it gets. So 1 round could mean the difference between life or death for me, and the fact that just to upgrade a gun, and just to even get started with Easter egg before I'm even in the boss fight, I have to skip 4 rounds. So if I say I get them all done by round 16 and they're ready to charge the batteries, that still puts me on round 20 by the time I have put all 4 batteries in without even killing a single zombie. It puts me up to round 20. It's, when you say like that, it's a bit ridiculous. You know, you go from wave 11 to 15. Even the lower numbers, you go from 2 to 6. So without killing any zombies, I feel like it's wrong of them to skip rounds simply just for upgrading a gun, and that's the kind of thing that's screwing us over a little bit with this Easter egg. I wouldn't mind if they make the upgrades easier a little bit, or they just remove the round skipping element, but I get it, it is a hardcore Easter egg, so I can't really complain. However, those are just my thoughts on the matter. If you have any differing opinions or would like to start a discussion about it, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm also thinking about doing maybe some different games on the channel, maybe some like Let's Plays or something. If you'd like to see that again, leave a comment and let me know, or like the video. Other than that, I've been GeneralGerbil. Peace out.